All right, y'all. So this is the Quad 3090, and I'm a little scared for her to be sitting like this, but I think she's actually stable for the most part, and I can do a quick turnaround as well. But this is to show you everything currently set up right now, and this is her before she goes downstairs to her new home in the garage. Kind of dusty. I'm gonna do a quick little blow as well. But yeah, we have 4 3090s lined up. 3 of these are HP Omens that I found deals on eBay. This was my original 3090, which I believe this is I want to say this is like a PNY. It says XLR8. I think it's a PNY. Forgive me if I got it wrong. I don't see the logo. I think this is a PNY though. Yeah, it's a PNY. So we have 4 3090s. We have 2 NVLinks. The NVLinks do work, even though this is 2 different cards. It was a little finicky. I had to do some reseating, but I did get it to work. The motherboard that we're running right here is a Crosshair V8. I think that's the X570. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'll try to lay all the specs out down below in the comment section. When I initially bought and had this computer running, I had it running off of this right here, which is the Vega, I think it is, the 1000 G3. And then that was off the 13090. Then once I started upping up the ante on everything, that is when I moved up and got this guy right here, which is the Be Quiet. And the Be Quiet is the 1500 PSU as well. And when you're running 2 PSUs, you have to buy this little adapter to do that, which I'll show you that in the back. On the back portion, we have the Kraken here. And I'll just do a quick little spin around so you can start seeing stuff, okay? So this is the back portion, which is not as nice as the front, but we have our Kraken right here running, blowing out air. This is the adapter that you have to utilize and run to run 2 PSUs on your setup. I have 2 little fans back here pretty much blowing air like outwards. I'm going to buy another fan in the garage that's going to help blow air either from the back or from the side or something like that, just to keep the air circulation going in. But this is all the wiring, everything going through there. We have 2 G-Skills. This is 30 gigabytes of RAM from G-Skill. We have an SSD in the back right there, a Kingston, which is a half a gig. Went kind of cheap on that. I mainly did it because I swapped that one out and put my terabyte one into my actual running PC, which I'm doing right now. And then we got, what's going on here? I see something like a strip right here. I'm making sure I ain't lose nothing. But also what we're doing is this actual card itself. Oh yeah, my GPU came out. I think that's what it was. Or wait, never mind, it's still there. What we actually had to do though is this particular setup is not running with 4 GPUs out the gate. It comes with 3. One is a 16 lane, the other is a 8 lane, and then the third one I think is like a 4X lane, but it utilizes the chipset or something like that, right? The CPU we're running on here is I want to say it's a 5800. As I stated before, I'll make sure to put everything down below in the description. But what I found out is that you can buy an adapter that allows you to run one of your SSD slots as turn it into a GPU adapter. So you can run a fourth, GPU. So we're running this 4th one off of the SSD, which would turn this into another X4 lane. So I believe what we're currently running now is 2 8s and 2 4s. Now, everybody's going to say, they're going to tell you, which I'm not here to disagree, but they're going to tell you that running that for inference sucks. Go get you a full 16 lane, workstation, which I agree. You can go, I just found out you can get a Gen 4 workstation that will let you run 7 card, I think. And then if you want to go Gen 5, it's like $2,000. You have to, but the point is, I'm not doing all that because then I'm going from having to spend $3,000 to buy 3 more GPUs. Now I have to go and buy a new CPU, a new RAM, a new motherboard. You have to go buy a whole new setup in order to run this on the Gen 5. You have to buy the new motherboard, Threadripper, which is like 2 racks. The CPU is 700. The RAM is going to be another rack. You're going to be spending damn near $5,000 just to get this set up. And then you have to spend the money on the GPUs. I already had a motherboard. I already had a 3090. I already had all this set up. I just wanted to add on to it. So what I did is went and did the setup that I did, and ain't nobody gonna tell me different that this ain't the best way to go about it when you have that motherboard. Now, if you want to go out and buy a whole nother unit, you go do that with your money. But what I did was simple. I had a CPU that was only running a 3090 on. I wanted to scale up. I had two additional slots. I bought 2 cards. I slapped it on there. I wanted a 4th. I slapped it on there. I'm running 35B and 27B without an issue whatsoever at the speeds that I got. Oh, well, you're not running 16 lanes. I got you. Okay, guess what? I'm running NVLink now. Technically speaking, from what I've learned from that, these 2 cards, now that they're NVLink is going to give you faster speeds because it's direct card to card compared to it being 8x8. So NVLink is faster than 16 lane, 2 cards communicating. They communicate faster from the NVLink. That's what I learned. That's what I read. Don't murder me, okay? With that said, there is a slight difference that I'm going to call and be truthful about. These 2 cards speak to each other extremely fast via NVLink, faster than 16 lanes. These cards do the same, but these 2 cards, talking to these 2 cards, there's a difference, and that's where the speeds can decline, and that's where 16 lanes comes in handy. So what I mean by that is GPU 1 and 2, they communicate fairly easy, but GPU 1 wants to talk to 3 or 4, he has to go through his lane slot to get back over here and talk to them. And that's where the 4s and 8s and those type of things can kind of slow things down. Well, technically speaking, I ran Laguna 2.1. I'll show you a clip where I'll send you a little picture or something. I ran that, and I was getting on Laguna, which is 112 by 8 parameters. I was getting 220 tokens per second compared to, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody else run it, but I was getting crazy speeds with D-Flash on there. So with that said, even though we are on these lower lanes, if you want to run a serverless setup, you're good to go. These 2 NVLinks cost I want to say they were expensive, I ain't gonna lie. I think they were like together $1,000, so it was about $1,000. Still cheaper than me though having to go spend $5,000 to go get a Gen 5 setup. And I could say also maybe, you know, a little bit more cheaper than having to go buy a Gen 4 workstation unit. So I got my camera right here just to show you and to kind of like get you inside of everything, right? So you can actually see stuff. You know, if you want to see everything from this part, so some part of the back, you can kind of just see what's going on. But look, man, I'm happy with this setup. At this point, with this particular setup though, this is the maximum that I am going to be at for it. This is 96 gigabytes of VRAM. You know, if I wanted to scale this up, I could go the route of buying, I forget the particular name, but there's the new workstation on Gen 5 that is out that allows you to run 7, but there's a Gen 4 version as well. I've seen it on eBay, I think for $700 to $1,000, where I can change this motherboard and run those 16 lanes and run 7 if I want. But I'm kind of good where I'm at with this. And, you know, also with having 4 DGX Sparks, I kind of want to run with DGX Sparks if I want to decide to scale up anymore. So I'm kind of just happy where I'm at currently. Like, I don't necessarily need to do anything else at this point. I'm kind of happy where I am. And I didn't mean to go on a big rant about about the whole lanes thing, but I know that people are going to comment about that. Like, I know because people commented about it before, about you're losing this and you're running that and you need to do that, you know. But like, bruh, I'm getting 200 tokens per second on 35B, 150 on 27B, and I was getting less than that. But now that I have NVLink, I'm like it's just crazy. It's stupid. I'm good to go. And if I want to run, because the bigger thing was, oh, you're not gonna have an issue running that like that. But the moment you want to run a model on all 4, you're going to run into an issue. You're going to have some slower speeds. Well, we ran Laguna on all 4, which is like 112 by 8B or something, and we got 200 tokens per second on that bad boy. And then and that was with D-Flash. Without D-Flash, 80 tokens per second. I want to see some Gen 5 people out there, and I want to see the speeds that they're getting. With that said, this thing is capable of running one big model with that 96 VRAM with some impressive speeds on an MOE, and it's also capable of doing it the way it's set up there. Maybe if it's like a big, huge, dense model, it slows it down, but even then, dense models are kind of like on the way out. Everybody's pushing out MOEs right now. So yeah, but this is the setup, guys. You know, I love it. This is like, I think that this is my workhorse, right? I love my Sparks. They're a workhorse as well, but these are my fast workers. Like, I let the Sparks be the orchestrators of the bigger models, and then these are the ones that go get the job done and like this shoots out stuff to people. So I'm really, really happy with this. We're about to move it down into the garage though, because I've been getting several power outages in this office because I'm running these things alongside with my DexSpark, alongside with my 5080. It's just too much going on. So unfortunately, she's gonna go downstairs for a little bit. We're gonna test her out and we're gonna just see how that goes. But yeah, man, this is the overall setup. The PS, the lanes, the adapters. I will try to leave a link down below in the description to everything that I'm running. I currently got, I think, 2 of the cards on one and 2 of the cards on the other. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Also, we got Wi-Fi. We got, yeah, I mean, we just got everything. We got everything going. We'll see how it is. The next thing, I do got some fans I bought. I probably will have to get a better ventilation system. I just feel like those 2 fans in the back are not enough. So I'm definitely going to be trying to figure that out. Once I put her downstairs and start monitoring her, that's when I will know how it is. And matter of fact, I think that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to wrap it. We're going to come back to the computer. And like once it's live and running, we're going to test and see how that heat is, because the garage is hotter. So let's do that. All right, so we got it right now sitting at the 60s, the high 60s, going into the low 70s when it's idle right now. That is a little bit higher than I actually want it to be. I mean, it was at 40s to 50s. I want to say more so on that 50. So it's about 10 degrees hotter in the garage right now, idle. Now, I will be getting a fan to blow directly into that unit up there when I get it set. I'll show you a picture. I think I might even have a video. But I am noticing that the speeds, or my bad, the heat does stay around the same when or being like loaded up with the model. So let's run both of these right now, 27B and 35B right now, and see what this does. All right, I'm scared. All right, right now they're both on full load. Let's see where this spikes our CPU at, because if we hit 100, that is when it's going to make the computer will shut off. I know. So right now we are firing off, my bad, I'm not even showing this to you, but it is maintaining that 60 or that 90, which is good. It was maintaining 90 up here. So on load, going in full force, and I got it capped at 240. We might even have to drop it down in the garage. People have told me that, drop it down, lose a little bit more speed, maybe to 220 or 200. Let me know in the comments. But well, now it's not. Now it's only using 1. But that 92, 93, yeah, it's getting a little bit hotter. I usually don't see it get to 93. So it's about 2 degrees. We saw it went up when actually being used. Now, I got to figure that part out. I'm going to get some better ventilation, a fan blowing directly into that unit. I'm probably going to buy a big fan that's just going to blow and try to keep that thing cool. But I do think this is better. I'm not getting no flickering or nothing like that no more. And yeah, we'll have to see. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know any type of ideas, advice. Feel free to comment that down below in the comment section. Feel free. Love you guys as always. Appreciate you guys as always. And I will see y'all on the next one. I'm out.